This is my Wheego electric car, and it's recently become very broken. I already made a video showing you how very broken it is, so you should go watch that if you haven't already. In short, it has the car version of epilepsy, it's slow, and it's extra creepy. In this video, we're going to see if we can fix the multitude of issues the Wheego has. Will I be able to fix all the issues and get my Wheego back to normal? Yes, because I'm filming this intro after doing all the work, so I know everything's fixed. It's not how you build suspense, is it? The first fix I'm going to try on the Wheego is indeed turning it off and back on again. For those of you who aren't aware, the Wheego and most electric cars have a main battery pack and a 12-volt battery. The 12-volt battery is just your typical lead-acid car battery, and it's used to power things like the car's lights, climate control, radio, and all your typical car electrics. The main battery pack, however, in the case of the Wheego, is made up of several LiFePO4 cells and comes to around 115 volts, although don't quote me on that number, and it's used to power the drivey bits of the car, otherwise known as the motor, and the motor controller and all that stuff related to it. It's also used to charge the 12-volt battery via a DC to DC converter. So in order to turn the Wheego off, I need to disconnect the 12-volt battery up front under the hood and the main battery pack in the rear through the floor. 12-volt battery first. I've been told the order at which I disconnect these doesn't matter. Where's the hood prop rod? What's on the hood? Right, that is now disconnected. Then in the back, we lift up this hatch, which should be attached by hinges, but because the Wheego is built very poorly, isn't anymore. Then we lift up this hatch to expose the top of the battery pack. Behold, bask in the glow of the heartbeat LEDs on the BMS modules. Also bask in the glow of the filth that's back here as Exhibit A of how poorly weather protected the car's electrics are. The sensitive electrics, too. It's just covered in a layer of dirt. What am I going to do, wash it off? No. The thing I'm interested back here is this, the massive fuse for the whole battery pack. All I need to undo is unbolt this nut and swing that fuse out of the way, but I'm afraid of doing this because, you know, high voltage. Alright, to unbolt this, I'm now wearing 2 layers of gloves. Alright, will it make me feel better? Yes. Will it actually help? Who knows? There we go. Unhooked. And the dash went off. That's a good sign. I now need to leave all the power unhooked for at least 30 minutes to let the capacitors lose their charge and to let everything properly reset. But while I'm waiting, I'm going to take the 12-volt battery out of the front, take it to an auto parts store, and have it tested, just to make sure that it's still good. I took the old battery in, had it tested. It was indeed bad. So I got an exact replacement, which is this. It's a 35 amp hour deep cycle AGM battery, which is not technically a typical car battery, but it's still a lead acid battery. So I'm going to put this in now, and then I'll reconnect the main battery pack. Alright, the new battery is in and connected. Now it's time to reconnect the main battery pack by swinging that fuse back into place. Now, do I think replacing the bad 12-volt battery and rebooting the car will fix the multitude of issues the Wheego had? No, but it's worth a shot because it's easy. Alright, let's swing this fuse back into place. Carefully. Watch. Oh, sparks. Batten down the hatches. Alright, I have no faith that that did anything, but let's give it a whirl. The dash screen is off. Will it turn on when I open the door? Oh, that's the first good sign. It was permanently on before. It says the battery pack is at 0 charge. No, it says it's at 63%. That sounds wrong to me. All right. I'm going to turn the key to its start position. Let's see if it goes into diagnostic mode. I bet it will. Whoa. It didn't. No, there's no way replacing that 12-volt battery and rebooting the car fixed it. There's no way. Understandably, I'm still hesitant to believe that all of these problems have been fixed so easily, so I'm going to take it on a little test drive. The extra creepiness that was there is now gone. So I'll see you in a second. See if it'll go over 5 miles an hour. I fixed the Wheego! I'm excited! It's working again! It's still a massive pile of crap, but it's back to normal. That was the easiest fix ever. Okay, so apparently turning the car off and back on again, as well as replacing the bad 12-volt battery, fixed all of the car's issues and it's back to normal. I'm very grateful for this because all of that was very easy and the battery only cost about $90. So that's all very great. I'm a little worried that these fixes will be temporary and rebooting it just delayed the problems for a little bit and the problems will just come back later. But for now, I'm very happy and very relieved because I have my Wheego back. So now with the extra time I have in the video, I'd like to take some time to address some of the generalized comments from the last video. First of all, I'd like to apologize to all of the commenters on the last video who said the problem with my Wheego and what was causing all of those issues is that the 12-volt battery was bad. I'm apologizing not because you were wrong, because you were very, very right, but because I dismissed the lot of you. I thought in my head that there's no way all of these problems could be fixed by replacing the 12-volt battery. It's just too simple. Well, I was wrong. So I'm sorry for doubting all of you. And if it hadn't been for all of those comments, I might not have even checked the 12-volt battery in the first place. So thanks. There were also a lot of comments to the effect of, well, that's what you get for buying one of them Chinese cars. Or first of all, a major part of the reason I bought the Wheego is because I knew it was a pile of garbage and I knew it would entertain me, and so far it has yet to let me down. Secondly, it's important to remember the Wheego is not a Chinese car. Sure, the body shell is Chinese. The body shell is from a Shuanghuan Noble, which is the Chinese knockoff of a first-generation smart car. But Wheego is an American company. All the stuff that makes it an electric car, like the battery pack, the motor controller, the dash, the gauge cluster, the dash computer, all the electronics in the car, all that stuff is American made. All of the stuff that's caused me big problems in the past, like the recent electrical problems that I've had and the time that the contactors welded shut and left me stranded in a parking lot, all of that stuff has been the fault of American-made components. So stop using China as your scapegoat for the reason this car is bad. Yeah, I mean, sure, all the Chinese-made components are also crap. The doors don't seal properly, so I can't go through car washes or drive down the highway without a draft. And everything's falling apart inside, and it's only a matter of time before the whole car disintegrates. But stop using China as your scapegoat because the whole car is a disaster, and it's the fault of everyone. So anyway, I've made my peace. The Wheego works again. The fix was very simple, and I could not be happier about it. I couldn't imagine a simpler fix, and it was really cheap, too. So anyway, thanks for watching, and thanks to all my Patreon supporters for your continued support.